today we are going to discuss set, which is there in class 11 in the first topic. So let us start. See, first of all we have to know what is set. So the definition of set is that any well defined collection of objects is called what? Set. So what does it mean well defined? Well defined means if I will give the example, you will able to write its element, then it is well defined. For example, the set of natural number. When we say set of natural number, it comes to our mind that 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are what? Natural number. So we are understanding what are the elements. That is well defined. So we can say that this is a set. You can see another example where it is written A, E, I, O, U. What are these things? These are vowel letters. So we can understand that this is well defined. So it is a set. But if I will ask you that a good student of your school or your class, is it a set? So you can't say that it is a set because it is not well defined. It may change any time. If I will say the set of sofa set in your school, by in your class, by in your home, that is also not well defined, so it is also not a set. If it is well defined, then only it is a set. Now after knowing what is set, let us see how we can represent a set. So there are two methods to represent a set. The first method is called roster method, where we write the elements in curly bracket, and if the number is uncountable, after writing three elements we can give what? Dot dot dot. So here the element is written in curly bracket by placing what? Comma sign, and then the set is represented by any capital letter. I have written this is the natural number, where we got here the set of natural number. This can be represented like this in the form of roster method. So we can say that in roster method we have to write the elements in curly bracket by giving what? Comma sign. If the number of element is uncountable, then we have to give what? Dot dot dot. It will not finish. So you see the another method, the set builder method, where we have to know any particular characteristics of that set. So if I will ask you the characteristics of this set or properties of this set, you will say that these are vowel letters. So this is very important. We have to mention the property or the characteristics of that set, and by writing that we can represent in set builder form. So here you see A, E, I, O, U. This is written in roster form, and if I want to write in set builder method, I have to write X. This is called such that. You have to know that this is called what? Such that. X, such that X. What is X? It is a vowel letter. So if you write the property of the set in the curly bracket, then it is called what? Set builder method or rule method. This is rule method. So these are the two ways to represent a set. So now see the types of set. There are different types of set. I have written here three. First is null set. The set having no element is called what? Null set. There will be no element. Example, you see the set of natural number less than 1, and we know that the natural number starts from 1. So less than 1 there is no number. So this is the example of null set, where there will be no element. The set of natural number less than 1 is an example of null set. The set of even numbers less than 2, that is also an example of null set. The set of Olympic games held in India, that is also example of null set. Next one is finite set. The set having countable number of elements is called finite set. That is, you can able to count the number of elements present in that set. Example, the set of members in your family. In your family there may be 6 members, 7 members. It is countable, so it is a finite set. But if it is uncountable, then that is called infinite set. For example, the set of natural number, it will not finish. So this is your infinite set. So now you see very important subset and superset. What is subset? If every element of set A is also the element of set B, then we say that A is the subset of B. Let us take one example. Here you can see the element of set A is 1, 2, 3, whereas the element of B is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can observe that every element of set A, that is 1, 2, 3, is present in B. So we can say that A is the subset of B. This is the proper subset symbol. So this is subset. But you see another example where in A 1, 4, 6 is there. but in B 1 and 4 is there but 6 is not there. So we can say that A is not the subset of B. This is very important. So now you see the interval. There are different types of interval. One is closed interval. What is closed interval? You can see that how it is represented. The closed interval is represented in big bracket. And how it can be written in rule method? X such that X belongs to maybe real number or natural number, where X is either greater than equal to A or less than equal to B. If it is written like this, you will understand that this is closed interval. And if we will plot on number line, so this is the way to plot. It will touch the A also, it will touch B also. So if I will write one example of closed interval, say here you can see 5,8 is written in closed interval. So what are the elements there in 5,8? So we have to write 5, 6, 7, 8 are the elements present in this interval. If it is closed, you have to include these two. 5 is also included, 8 is also included. Why? Because this is equal sign given. But in open interval, the same thing, you see here equal sign is not there. That is, X is greater than A and less than B. Here it will be not equal. So if 5,8 is written in open interval, the elements are 6 and 7 only. So this is the difference between closed interval and open interval. There may be one where left closed and right open. Left closed, that is left closed and right open like this. If suppose left closed 5,8 I have written, then what are the elements? 5 I will include, 5, 6, 7, but 8 I will not include because 8 is open. And another example of opposite one is that their left will be open and right will be closed, say 5,8. Then we will write what? 5 is not included here, 6, 7, 8 are the elements present in this. This is called left open, right closed. This is called right closed, left open. So these are the intervals. If it is given interval, they may ask you to draw on the number line. If it is a closed interval, you will touch the number. And if it is open, you can see that I have not touched A. Before A I have taken, and here it is ending before B. So this is example of open interval. Here A and B is not included, but in closed interval A and B is included. So let us see how to find union of a set. Suppose A equal to 1, 2, 3 given, and there is another set B where the elements are 2, 3, 4, and if it is given to find the union of sets, so what we have to do? Just you have to combine these two sets. The elements you have to write together in ascending order, and if any element is there in both the sets, then that element should be written only one time. So I will write what? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is A union B, and this is the symbol of union. That is, you have to combine, you have to mix A and B, and any element present in both the set must be written only one time. Then we have to calculate intersection. That is the reverse, like this. It is like cap, intersection. In intersection, what you have to do? You have to write only those elements which are present in both the sets. So here which elements are present? 2 and 3. So intersection is what? 2, 3, which is present in both sets. Sometimes it may happen there is no common element. Then you will write what? If there is no common element, that means there is no common element means what? Phi. Phi is the representation of null set, you have to remember. Or if you don't want to write phi, just give bracket and write no element. This means intersection is phi. Thank you.